Hi, it's Kirby Summers for the Epstein Project podcast. Today I'm going to be reading from Jeffrey Epstein Predator Spy, the third edition. I decided to begin this one with the 12-year-old triplets that were gifted to Jeffrey Epstein by Jean-Luc Brunel for one of his birthdays. And so it begins, it's a prologue, the 12-year-old triplets, January 2002. The 12-year-old triplets arrived in New York from Paris, France, with a promise from their model scout, Jean-Luc Brunel, that they would meet an important man, a man who could help them with their new modeling career. Brunel already had a sordid past as a modeling scout. He was known to fill his apartment with young, fresh-faced, beautiful teenagers with dreams of making it big in one of the world's most competitive markets. It was whispered among those who knew him that he would drop a pill into the wine and liquor he plied the trusting girls with, later plunging his private part into their innocence like a knife. Brunel's method of finding new talent was to prowl the streets in the poorest neighborhoods throughout different parts of the world, where the children were easy pickings. When he spotted a pretty little girl, he quickly, with a smile, made the acquaintance of her parents. Often it was a single mother or parent on the edge of poverty, people who could barely afford to feed themselves and their children. He made outrageous promises of fame and wealth. The parents, who were eager to believe that miracles could happen, handed them their child with utmost confidence. In other cases, it was more transparent. Jean-Luc Brunel would outright purchase the children from their impoverished and guilt-ridden parents. If he were an evil cartoon figure, his name would be Child Snatcher. It was in this latter manner that Brunel obtained the three girls he planned on sending to his patron, Jeffrey Epstein. They were to be Epstein's birthday gift. One Brunel knew Epstein would enjoy tremendously. Acquiring girls of any age had become second nature to him, as he was quick to offer his business card and pour on the charm, complimenting each girl on her unique beauty. He paid the children's parents the usual sum of money and added the obligatory promise of a better life for their daughters in the field of modeling. Brunel obtained their visas in an unexpected, expedited manner, and the parents in turn handed their daughters to the 52-year-old man. It is worth noting that court documents state Brunel ran some kind of modeling agency and appeared to have an arrangement with the United States government where he could get passports and other travel documents for young girls. He would then bring these young girls ranging in ages from 12 to 24, to the United States for sexual purposes and farm them out to his friends, including Epstein. Keeping Epstein happy had become for Jean-Luc Brunel a full-time job, one where all it took to make himself indispensable was to supply an endless stream of models to Epstein and his friends at his various homes and the island they jokingly referred to as Orgy Island. The nameless girls were used to fulfill every perverted sexual fantasy, either with one man or in an ongoing round of orgies. The younger girls the predators knew were always easier to take advantage of than the older ones. The still awkward looking little girls giggled and poked each other as they took in the wondrous skyline of New York in the back seat of the sedan that picked them up at JFK Airport in New York City on that January day. In less than 1 hour, they were deposited at an apartment building on East 66th Street. They didn't speak a word of English, had never been outside of their native France, and did not know they were about to meet the most prolific child rapist the world has ever known. Jeffrey Epstein waited for the girls inside his opulent seven-story mansion on East 71st Street. The easiest way to get them to comply with his sexual demands was to trick them into it, to greet them as he did every other girl that was brought in to him, on his massage table face down and seemingly non-threatening. He had perfected this technique. One of the women would usher them into the massage room, and they would be made to feel this was normal. Everyone in the modeling world did this. The three girls handed their coats to the butler and followed the blonde woman past the entry foyer covered with caramel colored marble tiles, past the gourmet kitchen and dining hall, and up the sweeping staircase that curved onto the second floor. The girls shot nervous glances at each other as they walked down the long hallway, covered in red and gold carpet, and walked past a large bronze statue of a bearded goat that looked like a man. They did not recognize it as being Pan, the half goat, half man, mythical Greek god, famous for his sexual powers. Finally, they were led into a dark room where an old man was lying down on a massage table. Come, girls, you have to wash your hands. They were ushered into the adjoining bathroom, covered with black marble tiles, and instructed on how to scrub their hands with hot water. This way, they were told, the coldness of the January day would not shock Jeffrey's body. After they were done with the hand washing ordeal, the woman dropped rich buttercream onto their little palms. Keep some lotion on your forearms, the woman with the fake smile instructed. This way, Jeffrey won't lose concentration from the massage. The girls listened intently, nodding with every command. Without knowing exactly what they were doing, they began to rub their tiny hands full of lotion onto his feet, his legs, and then his back. Epstein's face was turned sideways as he leered at them with a grotesque smile resembling the Joker's grimace. He delighted in the moment about to come, the moment of surprise, the moment when he would steal from them their innocence. It was the moment he relished the most. The woman began to slowly take off her clothes. Startled and not knowing what to do, one after the other stepped out of the dresses, and even their underwear. The man with the graying hair turned over to watch. He was naked too, and they watched horrified as he began to stroke his blank private part. One hand was moving fast in an up and down motion, and with the other he reached for the girl closest to him. Put a little kiss on my nipple, he told her, pressing her little head down onto his hairy chest. Virginia Giuffre, Epstein's best known victim in court documents, said she was made to watch Epstein sink to a profound low with the 12-year-old sisters. She claims Jeffrey bragged about his birthday gift from Brunel endlessly, that he reveled in repeating a blow by blow account of their little hands on his body and then finishing him off orally. He gushed at how cute they were and told her you can tell they were really young by the small amount of hair growth in their private parts and their non existent breasts. Okay, so that's the end of the prologue. And again, the book is available on my website, kirbysummers.com. There's a link in the description box, as well as Amazon. As always, your comments, if you've read the book, your comments, if this is the first time you're hearing this, are, much welcome and appreciated. All right. Thanks for, and have a good day. Bye.